Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Becky, and I am just so grateful that you're here. Let me go ahead and start with a little opening ceremony. I'm going to go ahead and light my dragon blood sage to get rid of any negative energy. It also is to honor my dragon spirit guides that are protecting me, my children, and my grandchildren in the spirit realm, because no matter where we are on the planet, we are one in spirit. I also want to take this time to thank my ancestors, the ascended masters, and the cosmic beings that are here helping me and guiding me, making sure that I'm delivering the best, purest, most divine messages to you. I am here to anchor in the Lemurian light codes from the Pleiades star system. We're going to go ahead and use the Palo Santo to pull in all of that positive energy. I like to think of us as glorified Sims characters, where we're getting our messages from the divine, and through spiritual awakenings, you get to figure out more about who you are. And I get to be a spirit guide for those who are on that vision quest. Because we really truly are spiritual beings having a human experience. And there are too many people who believe that they are this 3D avatar. And they get caught into the dense energies. And now that Mother Gaia has evolved into a 5D deity, that means that anybody and anything that is living on her and like connected to her must also ascend. So I am here with the primary goal of preventing suicide, homicide, spousal abuse, and child abuse. And so I'm just so grateful that you're here with me. Let me go ahead and open my Wirakusha so I can create the sacred space. Opening up my protection shield. I am heavily protected, so we have to open it up. I invite you to do the same, so that way you will be in position to receive this wisdom and the codes and the ancient insight that I share with you. All right, let me go ahead and recite to you the opening prayer for blessing this sacred space. I learned it from Marcelo Lobos and Alberto Bellotto in the Four Winds. I was trained to be a Munaki rites practitioner. So, to the winds of the south, great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us. Teach us to shed the past the way you shed skin, to walk softly on the earth, and to teach us the beauty way. To the winds of the west, Mother Jaguar, protect our medicine space. Teach us the way of peace, to live impeccably, and to show us the way beyond death. To the winds of the north, Hummingbird, grandmothers and grandfathers, the ancient ones, come and warm your hands by our fires. We honor you who have come before us, and you who will come after us, our children's children. To the winds of the east, great eagle, condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Keep us under your wing. Show us the mountains that we only dare to dream of. Teach us to fly wing to wing with great spirit. We've gathered for the healing of all of your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the finned, the furred, and the winged ones, all our relations. Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, and to the star nations, Great Spirit, you who are known by 1,000 names, and you who are the unnameable one. Thank you for bringing us together and allowing us to sing the song of life. Let me give you another quote that I love. He said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong." 2 Corinthians 12:9-10. One of the goals that I have for creating this online community is to create a healing, safe space for us to kind of walk each other home, because that's really all we're doing, right? We're learning about ourselves, learning about God, learning about the world that we live in, and I want to help bring more magic back to your life. So I take and blend in my religious upbringing with my spiritual upbringing, and we bring it together so that way we end up in our divinity. One of the tools that I use is the NIV Celebrate Recovery Study Bible. It is, the foreword is written by Rick Warren, and the general editor is John Baker. So I want to read just a little bit here. It says, "You may think that recovery is only for drug addicts and alcoholics, people whose lives seem out of control. But that's not true. The Bible teaches that all of us have addictions in our lives. Sin is addicting, and the Bible says all have sinned. Not one of us is perfect. We've all blown it. We've made mistakes. We've hurt ourselves. We've hurt other people, and others have hurt us. Because of sin, each of us needs repentance and recovery in order to live the way that God intended." Now, when we talk about addictions, there's so many more addictions than just drugs and alcohol, right? So I just want you to just take a moment when somebody says, like myself, I will tell people I'm a recovering addict. It does not mean that I was doing drugs. It does not mean that I was an alcoholic. Okay, so become inquisitive. Ask me, and I will share information with you. My family has been diagnosed in the neurodivergent world, autism and ADHD being the primary. We got some bipolar in there and some other labels in there, unspecified mood disorder and CPTSD, and I have the whole DSM-5 book, so we could talk labels all day long. It's another one of my passions. Besides spirituality and ascension and sociology and psychology, just like how Jane Goodall studied the primates, well, I've been studying humans for almost 5 decades. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. I have studied the neuroscience behind it, the biochemistry behind it. So, welcome to my ascension portal. I just want you to remember, all right, God knows where we came from, where we stand today, and where we're going to be tomorrow. God says, if you've been hurt, I want to heal you. If you're confused, I want to lead you. If you've ever felt that you were helpless to change anything, I want to help you. If you've ever felt no one understands your problems, I want to comfort you. If you feel worried or afraid, I want to offer you peace. The reality is that you're not going to get well on your own. Persistent temptations must be team tackled through community. We need each other. I need you just as much as you need me. Trying to fix your problems on your own only makes them worse than they were when you started. But there's hope. God is ready and waiting to help you. if you let him. So I'm excited that you're beginning this journey to recovery. I'm just further down the road than you, that's all. And I'm just reaching my hand out to you saying, join me on this path and I can help you. And I look forward to getting to know you, getting to know your story, and what I can do to be able to help you move forward in releasing any of your hurts, habits, and hang-ups. All right, let me go ahead and pull a little message here. I got actually 3 different decks we'll pull from. This one I absolutely love. It is my Alice in Wonderland Oracles. I'll show you the picture there so you can look it up if you want to. Isn't she cute? All right, so let's go ahead and we are gonna get one oracle message. I've often felt like Alice in Wonderland. You're walking around going, okay, that's very strange. That's very strange. Oh, what was that? And sometimes I feel like, you know, at the Mad Hatter Tea Party, right? Where it's like, ooh, there's lots of different people out here. I've met the White Rabbit before. Pretty sure I've met Tweedledee and Tweedledum a few times. Yes, I use humor a lot, and it can be a little dark and twisted, but my tribe will laugh and understand. Let's see. All right, we have Becoming Braver. It says, recently you have felt overwhelmed and uncertain whether you can cope with much more. Being challenged in such radical ways has pushed you right to the very edge. Yet, you have come to know yourself far more deeply than if you had not had these great and sometimes rather terrible adventures. You are strong, brave, and resilient, and you will be able to set an amazing example when life returns to something closer to what most people call normal. I always like to say normal is just a setting on the dryer. I have yet to meet anybody that is normal. All right. And also another quote that I love from the Alice in Wonderland is where she says, "Oh, I do wish I had not cried so much." I can relate to that one. I've often been told I was a crybaby and too sensitive and too much, but you know. I could be snarky and say, well, you know, opinions, you know that quote, you can finish it. All right, this one is the Mystical Shaman Pocket Oracle, and this is from Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reed and Marcelo Lobo. So this is their oracle deck. So let's go ahead and see. Let me give me one message, Spirit. Please give me one message. Oop, there we go. We are going to get Soul Retrieval, which is card 49. So there's the Soul Retrieval. And let me find it here in the book. Number 49. It says, soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature, that self that never left the Garden of Eden, because they lied to us and said we were kicked out and we never were. The part of you who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. And when we return to Eden, we are whole again. The invitation is that you are no longer fragmented. You are one with creation. You have healed the cause of the pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Really, It's true. If you are still hovering over an old wound, find a new flight path. Don't be distracted with the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big ones, the journey back to Eden. The medicine. When did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? Think back over your life and find the time or the times when this has happened. Vow never to compromise your integrity again. What have you agreed to in the name of love that you know is deeply wrong? Make it right this instant. There's no need to hold on to pain and suffering, and believe me, I've been holding on a lot of pain and suffering. I've been addicted to anger for a while. So trying to release these things is not always easy, and that's why I say not only do you need me, but I need you as well. All right, and then we'll end this with what is a Star Seed, Wisdom for Spiritual Growth by Nari Anastasia. I think I said that right. There you go. All right, so let's get a positive, uplifting quote to wrap this session up. Okay, it says, stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. I think that's a good way to end this session. I know for me, I've redone this video like at least 12 times, and I think this is the final one. I think this is the one that gets to be posted. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to talking with you in the next video. Have a great day.